Any of the fighters that I work with within my stable, there has to be a certain level of trust.
Paul's hired Don Charles to be his coach or assistant coach or be involved in the team.
Okay, Anthony is Rolls-Royce. Jake Paul is a Fiat.
So big problem for him then.
In a candid revelation, the highly respected trainer Don Charles, former coach of Daniel Dubois, has been unequivocal about Jake Paul's boxing ability. Charles sees glaring deficiencies, sloppy technique, hesitant movement, and a fundamental lack of ring IQ. For Charles, it is clear Paul remains a YouTube phenomenon, not a professional fighter. This assessment should leave Anthony Joshua entirely untroubled by the challenge.
Right? He went down the first time on his knees, to his knees, and he looked to the corner.
Trainer Don Charles spotlights the three pillars of Anthony Joshua's dominance: extraordinary punching power, elite physicality, and championship-level experience. This combination is why AJ remains a true force in the heavyweight division. The contrast with Jake Paul is stark and absolute. Paul's amateur fundamentals and inherent lack of ring IQ leave him fatally exposed. Charles predicts a one-sided affair. Anthony Joshua is expected to dominate from the very first bell.
Look at all the positives of Anthony Joshua. He has loads of positives. His punching power, his physicality, his experience at this level, yeah?
Don Charles views Jake Paul fumbling through training, not as a fighter, but as a novice pretending. Every sloppy jab and hesitant movement confirms his status as a YouTuber, not a professional boxer. Against Anthony Joshua, the outcome is inevitable. AJ's overwhelming power, experience, and precision guarantee one result: Jake Paul will be humiliated from the very opening bell.
And it is legit, as I say it is. He's 10 house gloves, over 8 rounds. It baffles me why Jake Paul would do it unless he's cashing out. I said it last week, I'll say it next week. I just think, is this gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I just don't know, I'm struggling. Don Charles, if he's in the mix, Don. I might give him a call actually. See if...
Don Charles is categorical. Putting Jake Paul in the ring with Anthony Joshua is simply absurd. Paul's profound lack of experience and technical skill means he is entirely outclassed. This is not a fight, it is a dangerous mismatch. AJ's overwhelming power, precision, and elite-level expertise will instantly and brutally expose Paul's amateurism from the very first bell.
Surprised at that because you just wouldn't put Jake Paul in the same ring as Anthony Joshua, surely. But if it's for real, then it's for real. May the best man win. And I know, come on, gosh, this is like, yeah, the world has changed,
Alexander Usyk confirms that training with Anthony Joshua is both intense and highly specialized. It is a regime that, Usyk states, Jake Paul could never handle. Paul is fundamentally unaccustomed to real boxing discipline. Every rigorous session with Joshua sharpens an elite skill set that Paul simply cannot match. This caliber of preparation will make AJ even more dominant, ultimately confirming Paul's true status, a YouTuber merely pretending to be a boxer.
It's a good idea, but Anthony don't have time, might have. Now, it's possible because I will with Anthony with camp 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're training together. Anthony makes special work, I too special, but we work together.
Veteran promoter Frank Warren emphasizes that stability is crucial for any real fighter. He argues that Jake Paul's constantly shifting training and glaring lack of professional consistency immediately expose his amateur status. By contrast, Anthony Joshua's camp is highly structured, deeply disciplined, and laser-focused. The difference could not be clearer. AJ is a seasoned professional athlete, while Paul remains merely a hype-driven YouTuber stepping into a very serious fight.
So he trains, he knows what he's getting involved with, he's not an idiot, and he knows what he's going to be up against, but he must believe in himself to do it.
How do you think he'll do on...
Boxing legend Duke McKenzie points out that trainer Don Charles knows Jake Paul inside out, yet even with that expert guidance, Paul's limitations remain obvious. McKenzie critiques his fundamental flaws: mechanics, footwork, and ring awareness are simply nowhere near Anthony Joshua's level. He concludes that no amount of motivation can transform a YouTuber into a professional boxer. This matchup heavily favors Joshua, who will dominate the fight from start to finish.
He knows the kid inside out.
Yeah.
He knows how he works. He knows all the mechanics behind that kid and how to motivate and get the best out of him. We've seen it. And to get rid of him now at this point, I think it's...
Eddie Hearn observes that while working with various trainers can be beneficial, Jake Paul's current approach simply exposes profound amateurism. Unlike Anthony Joshua, whose training regime is rigorously structured and undeniably elite, Paul's constant attempts at adaptation just underscore his deep lack of true boxing skill. Hearn is clear. This isn't preparation. It's a YouTuber pretending to be a fighter, leaving him hopelessly outclassed against a genuine champion.
But this isn't the first time he's gone into different environments to learn from different people. And you know, obviously, if that's the case, great people to learn from.
Duke McKenzie is blunt. This encounter is essentially a financial windfall for Jake Paul, not a legitimate competitive challenge. While Paul sees the paycheck, stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua exposes him to real danger. AJ's elite experience, devastating power, and tactical brilliance make him overwhelmingly superior. Paul, a YouTuber masquerading as a boxer, lacks fundamental skills and ring intelligence, leaving him extremely vulnerable. As McKenzie warns, Joshua has the capacity to seriously hurt him. This matchup showcases the stark gap between market hype and true professional boxing.
It'll be the easiest fight of his career. If he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua hurts this guy, seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy...
Benavidez Sr. issues a clear warning. Jake Paul faces a highly dangerous fight against Anthony Joshua. Despite Paul's bravado and all the surrounding hype, stepping in with a world-class champion like AJ is truly perilous. Joshua's combination of overwhelming power, elite technique, and deep professional experience completely dwarfs Paul's amateur-level skills. While a massive upset is always theoretically possible in boxing, the likelihood here is extremely low. Paul's history as a YouTuber, coupled with his limited ring IQ, makes him highly susceptible to being dominated. This fight is more about exposure than competition, and any success for Paul would be nothing short of a minor miracle against an elite, battle-tested professional like Joshua.
You know, don't count him out. You know, I think that's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, you know, we could have a big upset, you know, but...
Spencer Oliver emphasizes the stark reality facing Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua's recent destruction of Francis Ngannou showcased his lethal power and ability to dominate opponents from different disciplines. Compared to that, Paul's background is minimal, white-collar boxing experience and a defining loss to Tommy Fury that underscores his inexperience. Oliver makes it crystal clear, Paul is hopelessly outclassed. Hype cannot mask this skill gap. Facing AJ isn't just risky, it is potentially humiliating. Joshua operates at a level far beyond Paul, and any serious fan knows this fight is a one-sided affair. Paul's limited boxing history leaves him dangerously unprepared for the precision, power, and tactical mastery AJ brings into the ring.
Help Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline. Well, this kid's coming from another level. You know, white-collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
Anthony Joshua declares his intentions with absolute authority, signaling an impending masterclass in boxing. His goal isn't just to win, it's to dominate every aspect of Jake Paul's amateur approach. Joshua's experience and tactical intelligence will introduce a new school of boxing to an opponent who has never truly faced a world-class fighter. Every heavy punch will carry immense physical and psychological weight, designed to dismantle Paul's confidence early. Paul's YouTube-honed antics, inconsistent fundamentals, and lack of real ring IQ make him a sitting target. This is not a casual sparring session. It is a professional demonstration of the vast gap between hype and skill. Fans should expect AJ to systematically expose every flaw in Paul's technique while maintaining complete control. By the end of the bout, Paul won't just lose. He will be humiliated in front of the world. This will be a harsh reminder of what separates an elite professional from a social media celebrity.
To land heavy punches
and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet, and I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed.
Eddie Hearn emphasizes that Anthony Joshua's approach to this fight leaves no room for underestimation. Jake Paul is walking into a scenario where every moment in the ring will test his limited skills against a relentless professional. Hearn is clear, AJ doesn't treat fights like exhibitions. He treats them like battles. And anyone who underestimates his ruthlessness will face severe consequences. Paul's hype cannot survive the reality of Joshua's power, precision, and tactical brilliance. From the opening bell, AJ will dominate the pace, control distance, and punish every misstep from a clearly outmatched opponent. This isn't a casual matchup, it's a real boxing lesson, with Paul serving as the unfortunate student. Hearn warns that Joshua's intent is nothing short of decisive destruction.
A very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, people say, oh, will he take it easy on it? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out as soon as possible.
Spencer Oliver stresses that Anthony Joshua's pride and professionalism will dictate the tone of this fight. AJ is a champion who refuses to concede respect, and facing someone like Jake Paul, whose skills are laughably below par, guarantees he will unleash pure aggression and authority from round one. Paul's social media fame is no match for AJ's calculated ferocity and elite experience. Oliver predicts that Joshua's relentless offense and tactical precision will immediately expose Paul's sloppy footwork, timid defense, and overall lack of true boxing intelligence. This fight won't just be a victory. It will be a loud statement about the vast gulf between a seasoned world champion and a celebrity boxer. Fans should expect AJ to dominate the entire narrative, turning Paul's hype into public embarrassment and proving once and for all that championship experience cannot be replicated by online fame or casual training.
Being very close to the win, picking Anthony Joshua, because I know Joshua and I know him well, and he's a proud guy, and he will not want to lose any respect from this, and he knows that he's got to get this job done. So expect to see an aggressive Anthony Joshua, which is only bad for Jake Paul.
Ben Davison delivers a stark warning. Jake Paul is entering extremely dangerous territory, not just for his career, but potentially for his health. Anthony Joshua is a proven elite-level professional whose power, skill, and tactical intelligence are far beyond anything Paul has ever faced. Every step Paul takes in that ring is a test he is ill-equipped to handle. Davison stresses that the risks extend far beyond losing. Serious injury is a real possibility. Highlighting the importance of protecting fighters, Davison notes that Joshua's ability to hurt opponents is unmatched. Paul, a YouTuber masquerading as a boxer, simply cannot match the precision, timing, or power AJ brings. Fans must recognize this is not a contest of equals. It is a demonstration of the vast gulf between hype-driven celebrity boxing and true professional excellence. AJ's dominance will be total, and Paul's inexperience will be glaringly exposed.
Dangerous in the sense of for the health of Jake, would you say?
Yeah. This is a sport that we love, and I think we need to protect that. And he's one of the most dangerous guys in the world to go step in a ring with. Like, you saw that with Ngannou, who was a seasoned, one of the most durable men on the planet in one of the toughest sports in combat.
Anthony Joshua isn't just stepping into the ring. He's making a definitive statement. Every punch he throws, every tactical adjustment, will expose the massive gap between a world-class champion and a social media celebrity masquerading as a fighter. Jake Paul's hype, his followers, and his viral clips mean absolutely nothing when faced with AJ's experience, crushing power, and elite ring IQ. This fight isn't a spectacle for Paul to shine. It's a showcase of how skill and professional excellence dominate over marketing and showmanship. Fans should expect Joshua to control every single round, punish every mistake, and leave no doubt about who the real fighter is. Paul's bravado and overconfidence will be his undoing, and AJ's methodical, devastating approach will humiliate him completely.